Hey guys, we are now live. So, as many of you guys already know, I was supposed to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I took a long nap, and I basically wasn't not able to do the 7 p.m. live. But I just woke up about an hour and maybe 20 minutes ago, and I looked at some things around social media. So I don't want to get too far behind because we do have a 7 a.m. Live premiere commentary video. It's gonna be a few hours, so I want to go back and get some more rest before I do that presentation at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're gonna be on here maybe roughly about an hour. I want to give you the latest and the greatest updates on Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Some of these things are going to surprise many of you. It surprised me. So please make sure to go over, show Homogen, give Hennessy her flowers. She does a lot of due diligence on the back end, and subscribe to her channel. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and also it is by default in my description box and at the top of this video, so you can find it. Please go subscribe to her channel. But what do you guys think of Blueface's father before we get into this update? And the first one into the chat is what's the low is the first one. Oh, from California. Hey, how you doing? And Shauna is the second one in the chat today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come in, make sure you hit that like button. Pray for me, guys, because after this presentation, I hope that I'm able to go back to sleep. How about that? I might be up all night, the rest of the morning, actually. It's 1:33 a.m. where I am at. Put it in the chat where you guys are at, or if you're part of the replay game, what time is it where you're at now? Put that in the comment section of this live video.
Back to square one, y'all. Blue put in place the most responsible parent to look over his investment while he's away so he can do his time peacefully. Bam! There you have it. Keep law and order. Back to square one, y'all. Blue put in place the most responsible parent to look over his investment.
So what before we get started, got a little tongue tied. Before we get started, I want to say something that I peeped that the father said. Blue left him in charge to take care of his investment. He wants basically his son to do his time in peace. Sounds like somebody that's about to do another sentence. I was trying to tell you before that Blueface got himself into another mess that I don't think he's going to be able to get himself out of. I think that he dodged a bullet when he did what he did in Las Vegas with the club owners, club shooting it up or whatever allegedly happened. I was not there, so I'm going to say allegedly, but whatever that mess was. Um, and I don't think he's gonna get out of this one. Wack 100 did try to do a good job of trying to keep it on the hush hush, but it didn't stay on the hush hush for long. So, he's looking at some other legal obligations that I think that he might end up serving a sentence. I know, Riddler. So that's why I wanted to how you doing, sweetie? That's why I wanted to come live today. I will discuss it more tomorrow, but I wanted to do the bulk of Blueface and how Chrisean Rock and Blueface are neck to neck with civil suits and just legal obligations. Well, Blueface made more legal obligations, new obligations, while in jail. So to me, that was a crash dummy move. We're gonna get into that right now. And like I said, please Give Hennessy Review her flowers. She does her due diligence on these matters. Um, and I would love for you guys to go over and subscribe to her channel. Show your support. Well, how was your day? So, I was just resting around about, what was it? 4 o'clock. I was down for the count and just got up about an hour and a half ago. I've been real tired, but we're gonna get into it because, like I said, this is gonna be roughly about an hour long live, and then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna take this to the next level, and the updates and the recaps that I have to do for tomorrow morning at 7 p.m., which is today, actually, because today is the 19th, and also a day before Chrisean Rock is allegedly going to be released from prison. Only time will tell if she's going to be released and where she's going to be going. Speaking on that briefly, yeah, so today's the 19th, and it's 1:37 a.m., so she has about, one more day before the 20th comes. So I'm going to share my screen so we can begin with this presentation here. All right, so let me make sure everything's coming in clear. Hey, Roseanne. Hi, sweetie. I thought she had to go to Baltimore. She does. She has legal obligations there too. But if Oklahoma ends up, holding her up, I don't know what's going to happen with that. People said she's going to walk free and maybe go on her own recognizance to Oklahoma and deal with her legal obligations. I don't know. But whatever's going to happen, we don't know if she's going to be that responsible enough to even go to Baltimore. Once she gets out, she might want to just take that time and spend with Junior, not realizing how she needs to take that time to stop playing with these courts. I honestly think they should really keep her in the custody until she clears up all warrants so she doesn't make her situation worse. And it's not that the courts would be bad guys and mean, but if anything, they would be looking out for the best interests of someone that's not being responsible about their legal obligations. She's gonna break the internet when she gets out. You already know. That's why I'm glad I kind of got myself rested, because tomorrow, and I'm gonna definitely rest. I'm not even really going nowhere. The next couple of days, not because of Chrisean, but one, it's going to be a heat wave, and two, I'm just trying to prepare myself for what's going to be said, especially the rumors and the lies that are going to be spread for people to get clicks and views. They're going to get really ugly up here tomorrow. But I'll be up bright and early. I'll probably do a live stream around this time, because I'll probably take a nap around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I'll be waking up at 1 something in the morning, can't sleep because I didn't got 8 hours in. It was supposed to be taking a 2-3 hour nap and got an 8 hour rest period in. So we're gonna start right now with this. Yeah, keep the comments pouring in of your thoughts of what Hennessy Review has uncovered, and I definitely gonna give you my opinion, because I looked at this when I had got up, and I kind of was shocked at a lot of stuff that she was saying, and I said, wow, this is crazy. So make sure you guys go over and subscribe to her channel.
Popping Rakitha, what's popping Lala, what's popping Dominican Queen, what's to do. He doesn't even go here. Hey, Odd. I know that we don't like him, but he's the ringmaster, so we kind of can't talk about the circus without him. And yes, I know that the circus is him bleeding, but we can bleed too. Okay. All right, so before we do any of that, I would like to get started and show y'all that this is the most updated booking information from LA Sheriffs. I want to give you a Chrisean update because there is no update. There is still no bail. She's still housed where she was housed. There is still no court date nor release information, and that's kind of concerning me. This Oklahoma hold is still here. And the reason why this is concerning me is because if we already have this information, a release date and a court date, Why hasn't it been put in the sheriff's? Okay, that's what I am concerned about. I am still watching. The Vine link has not changed. Okay, it is still showing that she is in custody with a scheduled release date of June 20th. All right, this one from Oklahoma shows that she is still on active probation as of June 12th. So there's been no changes there. Well, did I show that screen? Right here, probation active. All right. When it comes down to Oklahoma, when we go up into the DA's case, we do not see anything, no movement since yesterday at 4:31 p.m. when the DA was in the case, and the arresting agency, which is the arresting agency, was not in here since 129 yesterday. Okay, so those are the Chrisean update. Is that there is no update, that there hasn't been any movement in the case file at all. So we don't know what's going on with all of that behind the scenes, but I am going to be keeping an eye on it, as will the Henny PIs. We are on top of this, and as soon as something changes, I will report it to y'all. Now, let's start getting into all of this juicy goodness. Yes, I believe that does mean that they've made up their mind, but we've got to see which way they are actually going with it. Okay. And I don't want to speak doom and gloom. So I'm going to keep some of my thoughts to myself and just say, let's continue to pray
Yeah,
for
Wack
positivity.
doesn't tell everything.
Now, as we get into Blueface's cases, all right, this
Wack doesn't tell you everything. He can drag CashApp, but let's just recap this. Donat allegedly from Wack 100's mouth, and also World Star Hip Hop. They had put it out there on their channel allegedly. I didn't see the video. I wasn't there, so I don't know what was put out from World Star. But between those two channel holders, they made it public that Blueface was in more legal hot water, and it was something he did in the jail. A lot of people going around here with the he got set up, and I soon after they said that, debunked it, and you heard it from Wack 100's mouth that he did not get set up. That was found in his room. You could tell just the way he was explaining the story that Blueface was doing something crash dummy again and got caught with some crash dummy pharmaceuticals in his cell, and he's facing more charges. And you know they're going to hit him with a charge because he shouldn't have that stuff in his possession. He's locked up. He's not home free.
this is his California case. The people of the state of California versus Jonathan Jamal Porter. It just says Jonathan Porter, but I just wanted to say Lucifer's whole name. All right. Now, this is where he is in Click City right now for assault with an unaliving weapon with force, possibly great bodily injury. He pleaded no contest to this. And the robbery was dismissed due to the plea negotiation. Now, he and Chrisean both share this charge, child. Do y'all notice that?
He was not set up, and I will play that video towards the end of this live because I don't think it's fair for me to keep playing that same that same video where Wack was on one of his platform podcasts, and he was explaining that what was found in the room was not meth. It was something that looked like weed. It was tested for weed. It was tested and came back that it was THCA. Less than 3% of THC was in that substance that should not have been found in his room. He was not set up, and even Wack 100 would have confirmed that they shouldn't even be using the word set up because he wasn't set up. He was trying to defend that whatever was found in his room wasn't even a pharmaceutical. It was less than 3% of TH in it, which it doesn't matter if stuff like that is found in your room. You still can pick up a charge. So I'm not going to stay focused on that, but I will definitely at the end, the very end, let you listen to that video. We're going to stop. This is not the One Life to Live or As the World Turns. We're not going to make this into a soap opera and make it, spicy, making it sizzle it's fizzling. It's not sizzling.
They had the same charges in these California cases. Child. He
Ain't
has
nobody
already
set
been
him up.
sentenced to
He ain't
this.
no
His
P
term of
Diddy.
2 years and 5 months. The status was revoked for his probation because he is currently incarcerated for that to serve 354 days. So I don't know where all of that he was coming home in July came from, but guess what? He ain't coming home in July, I
Nope.
don't think, because he's going for his probation.
Listen, before we even listen to what Hennessy's gonna say, um, it did have a release date of July 3rd. I kept saying the second or the third, but even when Jason Lee the other day with his um not keeping up with the updates, he got still in his head that release date of July 3rd, like we all did. That was his release date. He picked up another charge while in jail. That's why he's not getting out. That's why the next court date, people are going around saying it's a sentencing. It's way over people's head that this dude did something in jail. Nobody even did a video until about a couple of days ago when Wack 100 had to come clean that he's been fighting this case with what was found in his room as a legal substance, which it was a substance. Obviously, it was probably something that if it's even if it was man made, which obviously it probably was, it was there in the in intent to make the person high while incarcerated. The last thing that Blueface should even be wanting to do, and he's now messing with his freedom. Instead of him getting out, he's got another charge inside of jail that he has to face, and to me, that's crash dummy. It really is. It's really sad that this dude is moving like that. But we talk about Chrisean Rock, but I mean, look at what she's following behind. He's like he's an idiot.
Sentencing on July 29th. If he comes home, he comes home. But he's being sentenced for that probation. I'm sorry, I said parole. Probation violation on the 29th. So there goes that July 2nd, 3rd, whatever date it was,
Sentence,
um,
sentence. Hear that word,
out the window
keyword, sentence.
because it's not going to happen. All right. Again, I don't want to be the voice of doom and gloom in these situations. However, that is a fact. All right. And if you aren't familiar with this case was the case that occurred in a nightclub where Blue was out with Jaidyn and the schoolyards, and something or another transpired, and he and the schoolyards ended up jumping on this man. There was video that TMZ posted. When I attempted to show that video, I ended up getting hit by YouTube for the violence in it. So I will not be showing that video here, but there is video on TMZ about this particular incident if you want to go and see it. And this is the case that he is sitting in Click Click City for right now. Okay, so I want to start where we currently are. And now we're going to go into Blueface's civil suits. Okay,
Sitting in jail for something stupid, but yet again harsh enough to put him away. Doing a short little stint in jail and then gets jammed up again. Make it make sense.
the first civil suit that we are going to go into, and I am going to. All right, so this is Jacqueline Martinez, okay? And if you don't know who Jacqueline Martinez is Soulja Boy's baby mama. Now, if you remember, I did read this over to y'all before, but we're going to read over it again tonight. And while I can see pretty clearly right now, I ain't taking no chances. So let me put my glasses on, okay? Let me put my glasses on and let's zoom in. All right, that's good right there. And so she is suing for defamation, for false light,
Boys,
for intentional infliction of severe emotional distress, for negligence and declaratory relief. And she is asking for a jury trial demanded, that is demanded of her. And the case.
this is sad because neither one of them got no money like people think they do. People act like they're A-list celebrities. We might think they're larger than life. We also look at them as genuinely good people. They're just being followers, you know what I'm saying, and trying to, have this rep that is only ultimately ruining their lives. But other than that, I really think that they're probably underneath this facade. They're good people. They're just making bad choices, poor choices in life, and they're not putting their priorities where they need to be met, and that's with the children.
Case value exceeds $25,000. Don't this sound like the James case, y'all? Yes, he is still at Blueface's house. Don't it sound like the James case? Okay. Moderators, please, Henny hitters, be hitting hard in the
And
chat.
make
We
sure
are
y'all
only
hit the
one
like
channel
button
right
as
now. I
y'all come
decided
in.
that going on both channels for this is not a good idea. Okay. So first cause of action for defamation against all defendants and those 1 through 100 inclusive. Okay. At all times, herein, plaintiff as an individual located in the county of Los Angeles, state of California. Plaintiff is informed and believes and thereon alleges that at all times relevant herein, defendant Jonathan Jamal Porter, known professionally as Blueface, herein after referred to individually as defendant, was and now is an individual located in the county of Los Angeles, state of California. Plaintiff is ignorant of the true names and capacities, whether corporate, associated, successors, alter ego, fictitious, individual, or otherwise, of defendants sued herein, those 1 through 100. Inclusive, and therefore sue says defendant, and each of them by such fictitious
Thotties on social media trying to get back at another dude, which is Soldier Boy. And now you're gonna probably have to pay this girl out some money that you don't even have, because you've been a one-hit wonder since you started. You hit the top and went right back down to the bottom. You only rich because of the people that still think that you are that it dude, but you're not. You're only it to a small sector on YouTube.
Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And placed June 11th of 2022, and the plaintiff was 6 months pregnant at the time. Till Soldier get a DNA test, that's my child, little bro. I'm the daddy now. What's old about your baby mama? Giving me mouth. I'm just going to drop my head on that one. And Soldier, the father of plaintiff's baby, kissing D every time he sees his child, crying, laughing face emoji, might be my kid. He ain't even get the DNA test, DNA strand emoji.
Oh, these people are something else. I don't know.
I'm going to give away this incredible $4,000. Wait, no, not this one. This.
Soldier Boy. Therein after referred to as way. There is zero chance that the defendant is the plaintiff's child's biological father. On or about December 19th, plaintiff's attorney and plaintiff sent defendant a cease and desist letter requesting that defendant immediately remove all defamatory publications and postings relating to the plaintiff, including but not limited to the X and Instagram post made between December 15th and 18th of 2023. The cease and desist letter further requested that the defendant immediately cease and desist from engaging in any further defamatory conduct or behavior of any type towards the plaintiff.
Blueface has a track record of defaming people. He tried to do that with Cardi B's husband. I don't know if they're allegations of CashApp and Cardi B's husband. I can't think of his name, with his weird self. It's on the tip of my tongue. Put it in the chat if you remember his name, because I can't remember it right now. I'm having a brain fog right now. But when he gets mad, he just goes above and beyond, and he's not equipped for what can come to him. He don't have no money to be sitting up there slandering people's name, because they'll sue you, and you ain't got no money, and you gonna mess around and have legal obligations of doing some prison time if you ain't got no money to pay people.
On or about December 19th of 2023,
Offset, yes,
defendant
thank you, Rosa.
callously and mockingly responded to defendant's cease and desist letter by sending the plaintiff the following post on Instagram. Nobody ever said your name. Shrug shoulders emoji, crying, laughing face emoji. I don't even know who you are. Hands over face emoji. Bruh, you posted a whole video of her being in your video, twerking. Bruh. On or about December 19th, it was posted on social media and or the internet that plaintiff had an attorney and that defendant had been sent a cease and desist letter. Shortly afterwards, the plaintiff received several unaliving threats on her Instagram account from unknown persons, including "We pow pow you down," laughing, crying
Now
face.
this is a civil suit that she's talking about that Blueface actively has. Um I don't see that being all that serious, but she's just updating you on civil suits that he has and possible money he's going to have to pay out to um, the defamation of the character of the person who is filing this complaint against him. And wins, which is Soldier Boy, aka his baby's mother, or Boo Thing, or ex Boo Thing, he's going to have to pay her, just like he has to pay that club on close to 16 million as we speak, with the interest for what he did at the club.
Emoji, snitch, see you soon. And when you in the grave, I'll make sure your baby all right.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Plaintiff is greatly concerned for herself and her child's safety and well being, and plaintiff is extremely nervous and afraid to go outside or be in public. Defamatory statements were defamatory per se. The defamatory statements charge that plaintiff what has a particular defect in character, including but not limited to the plaintiff is promiscuous. Plaintiff is dishonest. Plaintiff was unfaithful to the father of her child. That defendant is the father of her child. That the plaintiff practices unsafe and
Listen to Blueface calling the kettle black. That sounds similar to his own relationship, but he's calling the kettle black, throwing rocks and hiding his hands, defaming and doing a smear campaign like he does Chrisean Rock, like he don't have those kind of issues in his own relationship.
or unprotected eggs. The defamatory statements carry with them the implication of acts of dishonesty and inappropriate, improper, and wrongful misconduct and behavior, including but not limited to that plaintiff is promiscuous, plaintiff is unfaithful to her child. Didn't I just read that? Yeah, I did just read that. They repeated themselves. The defamatory statements tend to directly injure and impinge, impunging plaintiff with respect to plaintiff's offices, professions, trades, vocational capacity, businesses, and reputation by inputting to plaintiff a disqualification in those respects which the offices, professions, trades, and businesses particularly require. To wit, plaintiff
She's trying to
works
say
in a
he's messing
business
up her
where
coin.
attitude, trust, stability, being level-headed, and integrity were not only valuable but imperative. The defamatory
Yeah, that's what
statements
it's looking
also
like,
impute
Jay.
something with respect to plaintiff's offices, professions, trades, businesses, reputation, which
We'll
has a
know
natural
tomorrow.
tendency to lessen the plaintiff's profits. To wit, the plaintiff lacks judgment and engages in dishonest, inappropriate, improper, and wrongful misconduct and behavior, including but not limited to that plaintiff
June
is
20th.
promiscuous, unfaithful to child's father, practices unsafe or unprotected
Yada, yada,
eggs.
yada.
Okay. Defendants 1 through 100 inclusive, and each of them made the defamatory statements maliciously and or deliberately and or recklessly and or intentionally with knowledge of the falsity of those charges and with the intent to defame the plaintiff and were motivated out of ill will and desire to injure the plaintiff in conscious disregard for the plaintiff's rights. Defendants and those 1 through 100 inclusive, and each of them failed to investigate the charges at all and or adequately and or thoroughly. Now, those 1 through 100, do you know who those are? Inclusive, and all of them made the defamatory statements maliciously, engaging in a feud with the father of the plaintiff's child. This girl is seeking $250,000 as a special. For general, she is seeking 5 million each.
Wow.
her attorney fees and costs for a grand total of $10,666 $206 $10,266,373. That's what she's seeking.
10.2.
$10,266 300.
Just say 10.2. That's it.
$10,266 200. Why do I keep doing that? $10,066,000.
Just say 10.2
I kept
million.
trying to stop it.
That's all.
266,000. She's not getting that. She's not getting it. Denied. That's what the judge gonna say.
Yeah, she's doing too much. They all are. They're thirsty. But he brings it upon
that's the
himself,
lawsuit
though.
against Blue, child. We ain't even getting deep into this yet. We ain't even getting elbows deep. We just dipped our feet in the water.
That's a good question.
Oh God. Okay. Blue has told Jaidyn to unalive herself and everything else. Okay, I don't know where that came from, Lord.
I'll tell you this much: if it's not legal in that state, it doesn't matter how much you got. If you get pulled over for that substance, you're going to jail, like Chrisean did, Jay.
Chrisean, but child, she not getting a dime. Okay, he don't got
He
it.
don't have no
he
money
don't
at
got
all.
it. His net worth ain't even $10
No.
million, child. He can't get what he don't
I don't
have.
even think he's $2
and this
million
ain't it.
He's messed up in the game.
Y'all know this ain't it, right? This is just one case where they want $10 million out of Blueface. Lord, okay, she asked for a continuance, and this is what I showed y'all. The continuance will happen on 7/22, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. I don't know if they're gonna move this or not, because at the end of the day, child, Blueface is still gonna be locked up, honey.
Mm-hmm.
He's still gonna be in Click City. How do we know that? Because look at here, he go to court here. He's still in custody.
Probation violation.
He ain't making that court date. He is not making that court date. Sorry, not sorry. It's not happening.
Hennessy, he might make that court date. He got time. He's already in jail. So what is he going to be doing that he ain't going to make the court date? Oh, he's on punishment right now. He's already locked up behind them bars. So if they got to have him in to that civil suit, they will. And then if they got to have him in 2 days later, I think it's on the 29th of July, for the probation violation. Allegedly, they're saying this probation violation was committed while he was in jail for that substance that was found in his room. Oh, they got time. They got time because they're going to make an example out of Blueface. He's doing too much. They got time.
Sweetheart, it's just not happening.
They got time.
I hate to break that news to you. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep it moving right along. Okay. And the next one that we are going to get into is going to be this one. Yes. This is the civil suit of Cantabious Trailer. Now, if you remember Mr. Trailer is the one that took the selfie in the courthouse. Three finger ain't on it, child. You gonna see. You gonna see. You is finna see. Where am I at? Over here. Cantabious Trailer is the one that showed up to the people of the state of Nevada versus Jonathan Porter. Okay, that's the gentleman who was pow-powed in the hand. He is suing Euphoric Gentlemen's Club, a domestic limited liability company, Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, individually, and those 1 through 15 inclusive, row business entities 1 through 15 inclusive. Okay. Okay. Facts common to all causes of action. All right. On or about October 9th, 2022, the plaintiff was a guest and or invitee of the property, the defendant Euphoric, was in control of and responsible for maintaining the property in a reasonably safe condition to protect guests such as plaintiffs from harm. That on or about October 9th, 2022, the plaintiff was lawfully on the
Good
property when the
morning,
defendant Porter
Stacy.
physically assaulted the plaintiff while he was a guest at the property. Defendant Euphoric failed to provide adequate security on the night of October 9th, 2022. As a result, the defendant's actions, plaintiff sustained significant injuries. Child, let me turn my air on because it's getting hot in here. Proximity, result of the defendant's negligence. The plaintiff has suffered emotional distress and psychological injury and received. I don't know what he received outside of that, but it says received, period. Okay, that's the end of that sentence. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's aforementioned negligence, plaintiff has suffered legally compensatable emotional distress and damage. Okay, and he's seeking, of course, $15K. On or about October 9th, 2022, without warning or provoking, without warning or being provoked, the defendant Porter and or Doles assaulted and or battered the plaintiff, causing the plaintiff grievous physical and mental injuries and putting the defendant Porter in great fear and concern for his safety. Wait a minute. Where they be finding these people? Let's read that again. Causing grievous,
Thirsty people.
grievous,
Thirsty people.
physical, and mental injuries, and putting defendant Porter in great fear and concern for his safety. I don't think they meant that. I don't think they meant that. Putting defendant Porter in great fear and concern for his safety and well-being. Wildebeest that they didn't cage properly. That's the way this is reading, because that's the same thing they were saying about Chrisean. But what people don't realize is, okay, yes, security at these venues, they have an obligation to keep you, the party goers, and the staff safe.
Yep.
But their priority is going to be the staff over you if it comes down to you or the staff. Please understand that. Please understand that. Child. Okay. That as a direct and proximate result of the negligence of defendants in each of them, plaintiff Porter sustained personal injury and disabling, and all to plaintiff's damages in the amount of in excess of $15K. So basically, you're saying, let's recap. Blue was put in a position to where he feared for his safety and was harmed. And now it's saying that he has permanent damage and believes that the damages should be given to him in an amount that exceeds $15K. Oh, baby, who is the lawyer? Because, baby, stay away. Who is this? Allison and Mary. Why y'all got to be two women? Oh, Jesus. Hicks and Brazier PLLC. That's who did this. That's who did that, y'all. I swear to God, I can't make this up. Anyway, well, child, it says so in the court documents that you are owed some coins. Child. Wait a minute. Blue got Jonathan a lawsuit from the club. I would sue him too. Okay. Shh. Blue can definitely use the money, honey. Okay. He's being permanently disabled financially for all of this. Child, I cannot. That had to be the most. The last two documents had to be the most hilarious. Okay, but now let's get into Jarvis Heard. This is the third civil suit against Blueface, and this one, the one prior to this, was in Nevada with the gentleman that had the case settled, Contabious. And the one with Jackie Martinez, Soldier Boy's baby mama, is in LA. So now we are on the third civil case of.
How could somebody be this slow as a young man? He's not an old man, but he's a young man. Be this slow and this broke and managed to get himself in this much trouble and it broke. Sit down, Blueface. When you get a chance to be free, sit it down. Have several seats, sir. You are broke, busted, and disgusted, trying to use Chrisean's money so she could be right where you're at, trying to blow Jaidyn Alexis up so you can go piggyback off of her like you're doing with Chrisean and have done since you met Chrisean and she got success and money. Sit down, bro. You're gonna mess around and you're gonna never get out the rate you're going.
Blueface, baby. Yeah.
Just broke, busted, and disgusted, Stacy. Just sad. Dude got
She
mental
wants $10
problems.
million. He wants an amount that exceeds 15K. Let's see what Jarvis Heard wants. Okay. It says exempt
People
from.
say that Chrisean's so slow, but you don't think Blueface is slow? You know, they act like they don't understand how he messes with Chrisean. Look at him. He ain't the brightest bulb on the tree neither. Stop it.
From arbitration, probable jury awarded an exceed of 50K. He wants over 50K. Okay. Now, let me tell you something about this dude, Jarvis Heard. Jarvis Heard was there at the nightclub, had nothing to do with the altercation, and his car was hit by Contabious trailer when he was fleeing the scene from Jonathan Jamal Porter, aka Blueface, at Euphoric Gentlemen's Club. So he got everybody.
Yeah,
it
wasn't
here,
a planned scheduled live, sweetie.
This case. All right. Plaintiff Jarvis Heard. I'm gonna try to read this without my glasses, child, because I. Oh. Oh. You won't tell nobody. All right. Thanks, y'all, for your cooperation and participating and getting those likes up to 350. I greatly appreciate it. To all of the lurkers who left, see y'all.
And make sure you
don't nobody because
exactly.
See, I could be like a lot of other content creators.
Listen, make sure y'all hit the like button, yeah, because y'all got a problem with leaving likes on people's videos. I think you think that we get paid off the like and dislike, and I'm gonna tell you something, honey. If we got paid off the likes and dislike, we'd be broke. So, you know, just to hit the like or the dislike button, but you're in somebody's house listening to, you know, the information, that's the least you can do. And it's just so sad that people just don't know, you know, just proper etiquette. Just home is a home training thing. You know, it's your upbringing. When you just think that I'm gonna sit here, I ain't got the like. I mean, that's ignorant. You're being ignorant. Either hit the like or the dislike. You get people that don't even show you no kind of respect in other chats. They're almost like a culture, like a nature boy, a cult. Like they have like a group, and if you ain't doing what they want you to do, they're straight disrespecting you, not even acknowledging your comments, and you're sitting up there, you know, giving them the utmost and definitely giving them a like. You know what I'm saying? They're not even due for it. You know what I'm saying? Give people their flowers.
And stop video until I get X amount of dollars in my Cash App. But all I'm
Right,
asking for is
Stacey.
likes. Because y'all
Don't even
like the
acknowledge these
information, right?
people. And they're over there
So if you
liking them.
can't give the video a like, then see ya. Let the door to the
Exactly.
bar hit you with a good Lord split you.
Y'all give likes to people that they ain't thinking nothing about you. Just waiting for their big old monthly check and laughing all the way to the bank, and y'all praising them. Get membership, super chatting them, cash apping them. And if you could have liked 10 times liking the video, y'all need to stop that. Y'all, it's a generational curse, man. People are so enslaved in the mind. It's real sad. You know, it's like crabs in a barrel. People trying to climb their way up and people just dragging them down.
Now let the party continue on and let's
I
read this
agree.
case because I'm hoping that this is not as bad as the other two. Okay. I'm hoping it's not as bad as the other two. And I just seen something.
Thank you, Stacey.
I really hope you're trying to be funny because if you're not, they gonna get you. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So now let's go into this case right here. Okay, defendant Contabious. Okay, plaintiff Jarvis Heard isn't at all times relevant. Was a resident of Clark County in the state of Nevada. Defendants Contabious Trailer and Jonathan Jamal Porter, aka Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface. Eugene Rotondo and Shannon Sanders are and at all times relevant were residents of Clark County in the state of Nevada. I didn't know that Blueface lived in Nevada. I could have saw he lived in LA or not even where he lived at. He lived somewhere in California. Woo! Okay, defendants SG Enterprises LLC doing business as your euphoric gentlemen's club is and at all times relevant with a limited liability company organized under the state laws of Nevada. Defendant Eugene Rotondo is and at all times relevant was a managing member of SG Enterprises. Okay, of euphoric gentlemen's club. Okay, Shannon Sanders was a managing member of Euphoric Nightclub. I'm just gonna have to start chopping through some of this stuff because we're not gonna do all of this. All right. At all times pertinent, defendant Euphoric owned, managed, and otherwise had control of the property with the address there. Okay, defendant Euphoric was responsible for the maintenance and security of the property. True names and capacities, whether individuals, corporate, associated, or otherwise, defendants herein designated as Does 1 through XXX inclusive, and Roe Corporations 1 through XX. I said XXX.
These are all draining civil suits that Hennessy Review is taking the time out one by one. She's better than me. And breaking it down, how many civil, not even the felonies, but civil suits he has managed to get himself into with people trying to sue him because they're already thirsty for money and he done set himself up. You can't blame nobody but Blueface for why he's being sued. He puts himself in this situation and he needs to sit down. Blueface needs to sit down. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but he needs to sit down.
Child. Okay, so these are all of the people that he is naming, the true capacities of everybody he does not know, and they're just naming everybody in the case. All right, so we're gonna go on, scroll on down.
Hello, Nax.
Down. All right, jurisdiction of the venue, court jurisdiction, because these actions arose out of the event. Basically, what he's saying is that his car was damaged in the process of all of this, and that the damages that he is seeking exceed $15,000. Venue in this court is appropriate, and here are the general allegations. Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub and the defendants, Does 1 through XX inclusive, and the Roe businesses 1 through X inclusive, defendants, Roe business entities, Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub. Upon information and belief, the unidentified patron entered the club and encountered defendant Porter's group inside, resulting in an altercation. Upon information and belief, the altercation, defendant Porter and the other parties involved exited the club. Porter's entourage started a fight at the strip club. Porter or members of his entourage fired a pow pow at the plaintiff. Trailer fled the scene in a white 2022 Nissan Titan. Um, Defendant Porter's group was standing outside the club on a sidewalk when the vehicle driven by defendant Trailer, who was involved in a prior altercation, stopped on the street in front of the club near the defendant Porter. Upon information and belief, defendant Trailer and defendant Porter continued their altercation, whereby defendant Porter removed a firearm from his person and fired several shots, injuring a bystander. Upon information and belief, defendant Porter has a criminal history involving firearms. This is true. This is true because I pulled those case records already. Okay.
So what is Blueface thinking he's doing? Is he looking at too many cowboy and Indian movies? What do you think? You're a cowboy or something? You're not even licensed to have a gun, but you're playing some boys in the hood. You've been looking at too many gang videos and movies and stuff, trying to be something that you're not.
Okay. Porter agreed to plead guilty to just discharging a firearm at or into an occupied structure, vehicle, aircraft, or watercraft, and battery. Trailer suffered what appeared to be a bullet grazed wound to his left hand, according to the police report. During the escape, defendant Trailer's vehicle collided with the plaintiff's vehicle. The damage to plaintiff's vehicle was a total loss. Las Vegas Metro Police noted the incident as a hit and run. Plaintiff's vehicle is still in disrepair in the auto shop. Now, if it is a total loss, why is it at the auto shop?
That part.
It's a total loss. Okay. As a direct result of defendant's club negligence, willfully and or reckless conduct, the club was permanently closed. Okay. And this is who this gentleman is. Without consent against the will of the plaintiff, possessed and discharged a firearm at the club. So what he is seeking is the elements are: 1, duty owned by defendant to plaintiff, breach of said duty by defendant. Said breach is the direct and proximate cause of plaintiff's emotional distress and damages, emotional damages. Okay. So he is going after Blueface in an amount that exceeds $15,000. Okay. And if you remember at the top of this case was started in October 24th of 2023. All right. Now, if you remember in the beginning of this case, it said that this gentleman was seeking a jury award in excess of $50,000. So it looks like he's looking to receive more than $50,000 from everybody who was involved. And that includes Blueface. Okay. It includes him as well. Now, the sad part about all of this is in this case, okay, attorneys for the defendant, Jonathan Jamal Porter, Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface. If you remember, I told y'all about this. Hearing not requested, notice of non-opposition, meaning he wants to withdraw as counsel. His lawyer asked to withdraw as counsel. Motion to withdraw as counsel for Jonathan Jamal Porter, aka Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, filed on April 5th of 2024. Oppositions are due on or about April 19th of 2024. Okay. And this was signed by his law firm and him. And if you remember, it was granted. Blueface no longer has a lawyer.
He don't want to have no dealings.
The court
with him.
grants the petition motion to withdraw and request withdrawing counsel. Submit an order confirming this minute. He has no lawyer on the case.
Which means he's going to be dishing out more money for that civil suit. And he ain't got no money. Broke. Like a broke down stove.
A whole mess. Now, I did go through these documents already, but you know, you need everything in one place sometimes. Yes, his instant case in the early morning hours of October 8th. Wait. Didn't the other case say October 9th? This one says October 8th. Can we get the dates right? Violence filed by the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, rendering the possession of the firearm and a felony offense. Okay. On no phone into his pocket and walks away from the victim. The victim and her sister try to get the phone back from the defendant while members of his entourage pushed and pulled the victim and her sister back. At
Another
some point,
crash
the
dummy
victim catches
move.
up to the defendant and tries to physically retrieve her
It's crazy.
phone. A member of the defendant's entourage pulls the victim away and punches her in the face. The same male then holds the victim's head down while the defendant
Fight.
kicks her in the chest
Mhm.
and or face. Defendant and his entourage then leave the casino. The state has provided a copy of the video attached here too as Exhibit 1 for the court's review. No, I don't have the CD. I don't know how I
I
would get
wouldn't
the
even play
CD, but I
that.
would love to get the CD. So that is the story. That is the story of what happened. Here's the same Nevada case. Nevada case. All right. We already know what the case. Delaney wants this man back in her court right here. That is the judge that we watched. Tell him, listen, I love the admins. They in here with them wrenches and they not playing. And pretty soon I'm going to add a couple more wrenches to help them out up in here. But shout out to the admins because I don't even see what's going on. And y'all got this, okay? Get them up out of here. Up out of here. Okay, so this is the last case. I did talk about Nevada, but now we're going to get into the case that child, everybody coming for this man money. Y'all remember this case. I don't have to go through this case. Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub is suing Blueface, okay? And they were granted a $13 million
What is that? Like 16 million now.
settlement, okay? The judge saw in their favor. So they've been waiting for their money, okay? Because they're saying as a result of what Blue did that night at the nightclub with the whole powing and everything, it caused their club to have to be shut down. They lost money and they want to retrieve said monies. Now we know that he has been in Click Click City all of this time, but while he was in Click Click City
The
and
interest is
his
going up. The interest on that
judgment for
money's going
13
up.
mil went unanswered, they started a judgment based on sister state, okay? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean? So this was the original amount that the judgment was for $13,072,482. Hey. To go after Blueface. And in this right here, it shows that Blue was notified about this stuff because it says that this person, Robert Krishner, duly sworn, depose and say, I am over the age of 18 and $435.59. And they've got a lien on his
Yep, I
house.
was trying to tell you guys that. Some people were saying that they didn't hear that, like it wasn't true.
Okay.
On the house.
We gonna get into this right here.
I
Blue
was
Girls
trying.
Mansion and the other one. Okay, we gonna get
I
into.
was trying to tell y'all they put the lien on his, or trying to put a lien on his house. I had heard this in another one of Hennessy's reviews, presentations. She was reading all the legal docs and people saying, trying to lose the focus. Well, he don't own that house. Well, whoever owns that house that he's living in, they're trying to put a lien on it because they think it's his house. And obviously it's got to be his house. Wack 100 got us thinking it's his house, but they're trying to put a lien on that house to get some of that money back. And that house ain't worth what the lawsuit is for, but it'll justify some of what they owe. well, what he owes. I say they because Chrisean Rock, she gonna help him pay that.
To all of that right there.
I try to tell y'all that.
This is
Hi,
all of Blueface's cases.
Naima. Naima. Hmm. That's crazy.
So if you're over 40 and haven't achieved freedom of movement and flexibility, you're nuts. If you want to have body...
So I'm interested to see what's going to happen when Blue comes home to all of this
He
mess.
gonna have to work and not be focused on the nonsense. He gonna have to stop doing what he's doing with Chrisean Rock. They're gonna have to get their
So
bag up.
he got a possible $10 million lawsuit hanging over his head. He done already lost a $14 million lawsuit. And if this lady Jackie gets her case, that means he's going to be in the hole of $24 million.
Yep.
It's over. He's going to be working for those people for
Rest
the
of his
rest
life.
of their life
Yep.
because this
Of his
euphoric
life.
gentleman's club, they got a lien on his house, which means they're going to come for his property. He can file bankruptcy. I'm not sure because when you have
Yep.
things like this on there, don't
Rosen.
they have to sign off on it? Because didn't Tasha K try that? And Cardi.
That's why we don't know if Blueface is playing Chrisean Rock and Jaidyn is going along with it, because sometimes when you're in desperate situations, and I mean he's in a desperate dire need of help any way he can. I think he'll be friends with his enemies right now to get help. To get some relief aid. You just don't know, like, the sincerity of Blueface's heart for Chrisean Rock. Is it because he needs her, because he's in too deep, or is it because he really wants to be with her? Because I see the chemistry, there, but then again, I don't. Sometimes I look at videos and from the past, and I don't know. Sometimes he has that look on his face, like, he's, I don't know, like he's like looking at her like like he's like, you're bugging, almost like he's disgusted with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, please go sit down. Like, don't embarrass me. And I don't see that when he's with Jaidyn. He kind of acts, he acts goofy, and he's laid back, I guess, when he's with Chrisean. He's in his element. But Chrisean, she's a little bit out there. And I know that he likes that about her, but at the same time, I think that he does have feelings for her, but he's also using her. It says 2024, the year of the truth. Cat Williams. Yeah, I really, I don't know what to make of it. I hope that he's not using her. But you see how he's real short with her. She broke that curfew that he put her on, and he just dragged the name on social media. You know what I'm saying? And straight disrespected her. And she's paying his bills. You know what I'm saying? Going to court appearances to the point where she's got locked up in a court appearance trying to see how he was doing. And I don't think that he reciprocates the same, for her. And she's got to, like, realize that she's got to get herself together before she messes up, like, where he's at. He's messed up in the game, and I really think that he's gonna be doing a sentence. Everything that he's supposed to be doing, his father's business, when he gets out, that's gonna be put on hold. So is the relationship with Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I don't know. It just doesn't sound good. It doesn't look good. He says he's starstruck when he sees her. Oh, please. He said that the last time she went into court, when she had the fur coat on, Rosen. Yeah, he's full of it. Hello, 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 hello there. Hey, AD Mitchell, how are you? Good morning. So I'm gonna get up off of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. My brain is fried pretty much. You know, it's just crazy how many civil suits this dude has. I think that a lot of people are. treading lightly with these allegations of the new charge that allegedly he picked up with that substance that was found in the prison cell of his. So I don't really hear too much talk about it. I think I'm the only one probably on the deep end with talking about it. I don't hear a lot of people on their platforms bringing that. Recently, as of 3 months ago, Wack 100 stating that he was fighting those charges. And I'm going to just pull that up once again. I don't really hear too many channel holders talking about this. And I'm going to pull it up again because we got to pay attention. We pay attention to the agendas, but we don't pay attention to all the agendas. We pick and choose the agendas that we're going to pay attention to and then ones that we're not. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Shout out to Hennessy Review. Please go over and subscribe to her channel. But I'm going to locate that video. I thought I had it in my little archive file, but I'm just going to have to go to my channel. But let me see, where's it at? And then we're going to get off this video because I got to remember, I'm coming back on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where this is CashApp speaks on. All right, where's it at? Oh, here it is. I see it. All right, so. Hold on, guys. I'm going to share the screen in 1 second. All right. So, we've heard this before, but sometimes we just got to keep speaking on stuff because people can forget things really quickly, get amnesia. It's good morning actually for me right now. It's 2:40 a.m. I'll be up at 7 a.m. doing another presentation, but let me just share this really quickly before I get off because this is a new charge. This is a felony charge if he actually gets caught. I mean, get found guilty on this.
With the blue shoe about that other Blueface. They saying Blueface got caught with some meth in the jail.
Got caught with a violation for 3 months.
Did you hear that?
Right.
Caught with THCA.
He's been fighting this violation for 3 months. I do not hear anybody talking about the violation while he's been in jail the last 3 months. And the only reason why in my opinion, I think Wack 100 is talking about it is because Worldstar and allegedly Denat was the one that brought it up. Remember, I don't know about Worldstar, but we know Denat is now actively going to these court appearances. You don't want to, in my opinion, a Denat going to no court appearances because he's not only going to tell you what's going on, he's going to add to it and stop mass confusion just to grow his channel. But this is how this leaked out. Wack 100 was trying to keep this on the hush hush. So listen up. So he has another active charge. I don't know why no one's talking about it. Maybe sometimes we don't like to ruffle no feathers, and if we really don't know too much about something, we just don't speak on it. But I know that even if it wasn't the rumor meth, and it was synthetic weed, fake weed, he shouldn't have had it in his cell, and that's just another charge he's going to pick up or already has picked up.
Less than 0.3. Ain't no meth. You have a whole new charge, and that's not a trial. That's a probation hearing.
So it has been confirmed. Blue was not set up.
Look, you already know once word spread like this.
Bro, see, you gotta remember that people will call what they thought was TA. Bro, I came in here last month and told y'all I had to go to court for Blueface and order them test the weed. It ain't come back weed. It ain't weed. THCA. It's not even weed. Came back less than 0.3 of THCA. Whatever it is. Like some type of resin. I don't be entertained. If I was a meth, you have a whole new charge.
Oh, he still has a charge, Wack 100. Stop. He has
Gotta
to.
stop entertaining people. When people show you half of the end of something, you look for the beginning. You know why they didn't want to show you the beginning? Because the beginning shows you who the fight was with. You see that guy right there? I don't know that guy. But he's not me. Yeah, that's Denot's who might be over with for him.
See, he
Blueface
said
was
did not.
actually caught with meth inside of his chills there. Lord have mercy.
But if you watch the video, the guy is saying that he feels like it's them trying to set him up. And
Another violation is what that rumor was that shortly died down, Rosen, of alleged setup meth found in his cell, which Wack 100 saying it was not meth. They initially tested it for weed, and it came back that it was THCA and less than 3% THC. That's what was found in his room. So even if it wasn't weed, it was some type of synthetic, in my opinion, pharmaceutical, something that you probably still can get high off of, man-made probably, like meth, because meth is man-made as well. And he got caught with it in his room. There's no way they're gonna just sweep that under the rug. He did that while incarcerated, getting some substance like that found in his room. That's no different than taking fruits from the chow hall and making moonshine with it or some wine. And they smell something in the room, for an example, and they look underneath your bed and you're brewing some wine from the fruits from the chow hall, trying to make wine, homemade wine or moonshine. If you get caught with it, you could pick up another charge. Some jails might put you in a hole for 30. All states are different. But yeah, you can pick up charges within in prison doing these activities that Blueface is doing. But I'm about to get up off here. Make sure y'all hit that like or the dislike button. And I will be back on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That presentation will probably be a few hours. So definitely get your rest. Make sure you eat some breakfast. And stay tuned to the next episode, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you guys have a blessed morning. For those of you that it's night and you're about to go to bed, have a blessed night. And I will see you guys in the AM. Apples, oranges, bread, sugar, yuck. I know, right? And it makes alcohol, Stacy. You know what I'm saying, sis? So love y'all. Stay blessed and I'm out. Mwah.